Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. For those that are watching on replay, please leave a comment to let me know that you're watching your replay. And also feel free to answer any of the questions that I asked today on today's live. So let's see, we have Angela and Tracy here. Hi, y'all. How are y'all today? And how's y'all day been going? And what are y'all currently working on? Okay, Angela says she's working on knitted socks and drinking water. So, how are your socks coming? Are you getting close to finishing them, or any issues? And just so y'all know, I don't think Crystal's gonna be here tonight. She messaged me earlier and told me she wasn't feeling well, and it depended on how she felt if she would show up or not. And she's she's not currently here, so I figure she must still be feeling bad. And Tracy says working on a lacy top and a new scarf for a Christmas gift. Ooh, nice. That sounds like it's gonna be beautiful. And you're drinking iced tea. Sounds good. I'm drinking water. Oh, and Lori's here. Hi, Lori. How are you today? And how is your day going? And what are you currently working on? Actually, Tracy, yes, I could use more moderators. You want to be one? Let me know if you want to be one. And so far, none of my moderators have popped up. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing awesome today. Okay, you want to be a moderator? Okay, let me go add you real quick. Give me just a minute, everybody. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go add her real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm still working on adding Tracy. So like I said, I'll be right back once I'm done. And of course, my computer's going to be pokey on me. Okay, customization. Okay, oh, I'm going to the wrong thing. It's funny how when you try to hurry, that's when it takes longer. Okay, here she is. Okay, Tracy, you should be at it now. So you should be good to go. Okay, let's see. Lori says they had a hurricane pass through last night this morning. So how bad was it? Did y'all get much damage? I hope everyone's okay. And Michelle says she started her Bago Day alone blanket. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what everyone's going to be making for the Bago Day challenge. So, how are you today, Michelle? You've never done it before. It's really nothing difficult. You basically just look out for inappropriate comments, trolls, spammers, and you block those that are causing issues. And if you're not sure, just like bring it up to me. You can just bring it up to me to make sure. And also, like, you drop channel links. And the easiest way to do that is to copy paste the name of the channel, then copy paste in the comments the channel name. Then you pull up YouTube, search for the channel, Just type what you copied in, pull up the channel, copy that link, and then put it by the name in the chat, and then hit enter. And other than that, I think that's basically it. I feel like I'm forgetting a little something, but it's mostly posting links and just watching out for inappropriate comments. And that's really it. And let's see. Amelia, am I saying your name right? Amelia? Hi, Amelia. How are you today? And what are you currently working on? And did everybody have a good day today? Okay, let's see. So the damage wasn't bad. Okay, that's good. That's good. And just so y'all know, Crystal was supposed to be my guest star today, and she hasn't been feeling good today. And she had told me earlier she wasn't sure if she would feel up to coming live. So she didn't show up, so I figure she must not be feeling good still. So hopefully she starts feeling better soon. But if there's anybody that wants to come up live with me right now, I'll go ahead and put the StreamYard link in the comments for y'all. So if y'all want to pop up, just click on the link. Okay. So Lori is working on a top. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Nana Michelle. And Nana Michelle says, Tracy is now wearing a fancy new blue dress. Yay. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. Ooh, Julie's here. Hi, Julie.
Hey, Connie, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, so that's awesome.
This is Julie, in case y'all don't know. And she has a channel. So if y'all haven't checked her out, go check her out. And Tracy, can you go ahead and drop Julie's link in the chat? And you want to go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your channel, Julie?
Okay. My name's Julie Chafee Mazza, and I have been stalking YouTubers for quite a few years. And through a lot of support and encouragement, I went ahead and started loading videos. And at this point, I got like 245 subscribers. So I'm really happy about that. And I post videos, yarn unboxings. I got one about my garden, when I got my hair cut. I'm getting ready. I'm gearing up to do my first finished object video.
Oh, nice.
So for me, that's a milestone. I got finished objects in more than one. So I'm like, yes. Yay. So I'm excited about that. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I did Asgard shawl, and I used Mandela, Brownie. I won the pattern from Whisper HD. It's done by J-Hook, I believe.
Ooh, I like how yours turned out.
That is beautiful, Julie.
And people are trying to steal.
Ooh, I'm just so excited. So another I did. Not that I stalk Crystal on Bag a Day, because I stalk Crystal on Bag a Day.
Who doesn't stalk Crystal? Come on.
I know.
That's a requirement.
That's what I thought too. I've been stalking her for like almost the beginning.
Yeah, me too.
Almost the beginning.
Speaking of Bag a Day.
But I did a sweater, and this is ice cream lemon.
Ooh, that's beautiful too. I love that. But speaking of Bag a Day, she actually popped up in the chat in my last 2 lives.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
I was surprised.
Wow. And then I bought a kit from Hirschner's, the sparkling shawl. It was like I'm like one of those membership things with Herders. So it was on sale, free shipping, and I got my because of a member's a discount. I think it's 10%. But I did the it's sparkles.
Oh, anything sparkly is pretty. Oh my
Ooh,
gosh,
I know.
it's gorgeous.
I think anything sparkly is
And
beautiful.
purple. Anything purple
Ooh,
is
nice.
gorgeous too.
Yeah, it turned out really wow.
That is
It looks really
gorgeous.
drapey and soft.
It is. It is. I have kind of avoided sparkly yarn because I thought it would be rough. So with this yarn, I must confess, it's soft. It is soft. I was surprised. You don't. It doesn't feel scratchy because of the sparkly. I was impressed with it. Very impressed with it. So very
Very
happy with it.
nice finished object.
Yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Here's my Asgard shawl. I did mine actually for the Ladybird beaded challenge.
Ooh.
I see Barbara
Oh,
just
that's
finished. Hi,
beautiful.
Barbara.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful, Michelle.
Wow, you do great work.
Thanks.
But hi, Barbara. How are you today? And what are you currently working
It's
on?
nice not having to work for a change. I can actually talk to you, Julie, and not just wave in the background.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, you
I'm
want to
gonna
go
wear
ahead
it
and
before
tell
it gets
people?
stolen.
Sorry, you want to go ahead and tell people more about yourself and your channel?
Sure. I am a mother of two boys, 29 and 25. I live in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, with my wonderful neighbor, Julie. Well, she's kind of a neighbor. About 45 minutes away well, no, not even 45 minutes, really.
Yeah, depends on traffic.
Yeah, it depends on traffic. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Canton.
Yeah. So we're kind of close, so shopping trips can happen anytime that I'm not working 50 hours a week.
Yeah, the whole work thing there.
Yeah,
really,
I work
the whole
10
work,
hours a day, sadly, but it's okay. The rest of the time I crochet. I do a never-ending stitch along. Friday nights I normally have a live around after Granny D if Mama Swift doesn't go on. If Mama Swift goes on, then I go on after her. What it is we have a little Hello Kitty teapot that we put stitches in, and we randomly draw a stitch each week, and you can either make a washcloth with that stitch or a blanket or a scarf, whatever you want to do, just to keep something going. That's pretty much it. I try to do a video every now and then. I don't do very many videos, but I do at least do one live a week with my granddaughter Olivia.
Awesome. I see Miguel's here. Hi, Miguel.
Hi,
How are you
Miguel.
today? And in case you don't know, this is Julie and Michelle that I have up with me.
Yeah, I'm in the Canton, Ohio area, but I grew up in Wisconsin. Camp Douglas. It's about 45 minutes south of La Crosse or 45 minutes north of Wisconsin Dells. And I have two sons. My youngest one is 20. My oldest one is 35. And I'm a grandmother of one. So I've been in Canton for about 10 years.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. I started crocheting as a small child. I grew up on a farm, and my mom did the knitting, crocheting, gardening, definitely the farm wife. And I think it was just to get me out from under her feet or out of her hair that day. She sat me on the couch, here, boom. So the first thing I crocheted was a headband.
Awesome.
Then after that, it was just whatever she told me to do. So my mom had passed last year, and I had the opportunity. She was at the hospital, and the word came back that she'd had a hemorrhagic stroke at the brainstem.
Oh.
And they did the scans on her brain had atrophied, so this was it. And she called me like 5-6 times a day because her memory at that point, her brain's trying to recover, if I was coming home. And I kept, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And she did not want to go to a nursing home. I used to be a CNA in a med-surg unit, so that's why she reached out to me. It's not because I'm the favorite child, like I want my siblings to believe, but I want them to believe that, yeah. But I came home and I took over hospice and palliative care, and for about 5 weeks, she was having strokes, but she was rebounding, what is what we called it. And the couches were set up so a couch was here and then a couch was here, and we sat like catty corner from each other. And for 6 weeks, 5 weeks, we crocheted. She finished out my son's granny square Afghan she was working on, and then she did a long chain and handed it to me. I said, "What do you want?" And she said, "I want you to make a ripple Afghan." I said, "I hates the ripple." She goes, "You do the ripple. You do the ripple." She took that hook and, all right, I'll start the ripple. I thought I was starting it for her. And then she got out a second hook, started doing it, put the stitch marker in, wrapped it around, and she said, "Take over." And she handed me her hook. This is a hook she has had for 50 plus years. She handed me the hook and she said, "It's your turn." And those were the last words that she spoke to me. She had another massive stroke and she never got out of bed after that. So that it was really hard.
I start crying.
I know.
I'm so sorry to hear.
So then I came back and, it was just, it was hard. And I got like 4 or 5 boxes in the mail and I thought, what the heck is this? And I had forgotten all about my mom's yarn stash. So in it was all my mom's yarn, all the knitting needles, all the crochet hooks. I had brought back with me the skein of yarn with the hook that she had given me, but she had the old pattern for the mittens wrote down. She had the pattern for the ripple wrote down. It took me a long time. And then in March, I thought, you know what, I need to do this. So I loaded my first video and she complained about my hair being so long. I had to change in medication. And so my first video was wigs for kids, hair donation. I donated 14 inches of hair. So it's, I still have a lot of her yarn in the box yet. I'll get through it. Her big thing was red heart. So I get kind of when I see the red heart, but
Okay.
yeah.
I
still have her hook.
Cool memory, though. I mean, really.
Yeah, it is. It's just amazing. She was. I mean, at the funeral, everybody recalled she never had a weed in her garden. You drive by and they remembered her garden and there was no weeds. My mom crocheted a lot of scrap gans. And if you went to her house, you left with a scrap gan if you didn't already own one. She knitted a lot of slipper socks. You didn't leave the house if you didn't have a pair of her slipper socks. So a lot of people remembered that.
Okay, I want to welcome Jody and Angela and Laura Lee. They just entered the chat. How are y'all today, and what are y'all currently working on? And also, I see that Lori was asking what Nightbot is. Nightbot is basically a program, and you can schedule it where it'll say like certain things in the chat. Like I want to put my Facebook group link in the chat. I can schedule it to say it at like certain intervals in the chat. And there's also settings too that you can keep like all cap. It'll basically delete like all capitalized words, or if you use too many. There's other things too, but like I have my settings real low because if you put the settings too high for Nightbot, it'll kind of censor stuff out that shouldn't be. But I also see Julie's here. Hi, Julie. How are you today? So, everyone's having a good day today. Awesome, awesome.
I forgot one more thing. I am going to lose my bag a day stalker status if I don't get my act together.
Oh no.
Yeah, she did a like a scarf, but I turned it into more of a wrap. And this is a bag a day pattern, and I used Universal yarns, the classic shades called Chili Pepper.
Ooh, I like those
Ooh,
colors. I
that's
love
beautiful,
Universal
Julie.
yarn.
That is gorgeous.
One like
Yep.
you, Julie, behind you. This is actually the vintage ripple shawl by Bag a Day, but I converted it to a blanket.
That's
Yep.
beautiful
That's
too.
what I love about her patterns. You can convert them, you can increase, decrease, do what you got to do. Someone asked about the yarn. I'm not sure if they were asking Michelle or me, but this is what I did the scarf with. It's called Red Heart Roll With It Sparkle. That's the yarn that I used for this. And Michelle, you were showing your project, the Asgard shawl, and I think they were asking what yarn you used with that.
Universal.
I love Universal.
Yeah. Let me
And
see. If I can read it. Piquant. Universal Piquant.
Mhm.
If I said it right.
That sounds right to me. I don't know.
And let's see, Lisa has joined us. Hi, Lisa. How are you today? And Laura Lee is wanting to know. She says she knits really loose, but when she purls, it's really tight. Is that normal? You really want to have consistent tension when you knit. Um, but tension is one of those things that really comes with practice and experience. Some people get the tension right off the bat, and others it just takes longer. So just keep at it. You're gonna get it.
With me, when I have not picked up needles for quite a while. But when I first do, no matter, how I'm 57 now. So when I pick them up again, it's going to be like I'm starting over, and I have a tendency to knit tight. So I have to do practice swatch, as it were. So what I'll try to do is knit a scarf, a small scarf, and that's just so I can get my tension down.
Yeah, I wish I would have paid more attention when my mom was trying to teach me how to knit, because she's not, around any longer to really show me. And I was only like 11 at the time when she tried, and I just didn't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know, I wish I would have picked up crochet whenever I was younger, like from my grandma or my stepmom even. But I never really showed much interest back then. And now that I'm all into it, I'm like, man, I wish I would have learned sooner.
Yeah.
It's never too late to learn, Connie. It's never too late to learn.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can crochet now.
Okay.
Yeah, I taught myself how to crochet
now.
with thread first, and then went to yarn.
Okay.
So when I first picked up yarn, it was like all fingers. Oh my gosh, stumbling all over the place.
So, Jody, don't give up. Don't give up. You think you got it on track now. I was working on this, and I ended up having, because a scarf is supposed to have straight up, right? Trying to get centered here. Mine was going this way. And I was messing up on my turns. I was adding an extra stitch on my turns and didn't realize it. I had to frog 70 rows.
Oh.
I had a big pile of froggy guts. And then after a while, I was like, what are you doing? I am knitting froggy guts, or crocheting froggy guts. I mean, I'm not going to quit. This pattern's not going to beat me. It's a simple pattern, too. That's what made me mad. It'd been different if it was complicated, but.
Okay, and I see Team C and Dinah has joined us. How are y'all today? But one thing I do find is that don't give up on learning things. Just keep at it. You're going to get it. And also challenge yourselves by jumping in and trying new things, new stitches, new techniques. It's really the best way to learn. And let's see. I think someone had a question. Let's see. Okay. But I see that poor Jody, she had the frog half her poncho. And that's the third time. Oh no. But hopefully you have this time. And I bet you once it's finished, it's going to be gorgeous. So
Yes.
don't give up.
Yeah, don't quit. Don't quit. I think one of the greater challenges I had when I first started watching Bag a Day, some of her patterns require a thinner yarn. Now, I grew up, well, some people may not even heard of it, but there was a yarn called Wintuck. There was yarn called Coates and Clark, and then Red Heart. Okay. And so that is my comfort zone. And Red Heart, I love working with it, even though it's rough, because when I wash it, it softens up. All right. But it's like a memory favorite. You know, it puts me in a happy zone because I think of, my childhood years, my young youth. But anyway, she started a poncho, and I think it was either Hobby or Hobium. They have the twist twirl, and it's a very fine. To me, it reminds me of thread. I wouldn't call it, I didn't even think of it as yarn. And I got something similar somewhere. Hold on, let me show you.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you today?
Okay. This is similar to it. Cotton Kings. So it must be a Hobby. Okay. So it's from Hobby, Cotton Kings, and this is a smaller version, but it's very beautiful.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Very, very beautiful. But like I said, it reminds me of thread. At first I thought this is thread, not yarn. I don't know if I can. And it's kind of like a couple strands together. See that? Okay. And I found it, the shawl, it was a triangle shawl. It was not a hard pattern. The hard part was learning to work with something so fine. Now, I'm a knife holder with my hook, but I found myself trying to hold it delicately with my thread. Okay. And I'm like, oh my gosh. There's people that will only crochet with certain weights of yarn. It's, unless you've got arthritis or some sort of medical thing. But they don't want to try the thin one because, it takes too much time. It's a lot of work. It depends on the hook. It depends on how much drape you're going to have to it. Don't be afraid to try new yarns. I owe it to Crystal on Bag a Day for kind of opening the door. Do I thank her or do I blame her for the yarn? You 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, love hate. Yeah, okay. I need to back my butt up there, but I can't help it. I'm watching her unboxings and I find myself opening tabs. I cannot be the only one that does that, right? Because I got to check it out. I know. I need to duct tape my hands together. That's what I need to do.
Hi, Maribel. How are you today? But I know my first time using number one weighted yarn, at first it felt like you couldn't grab it. Like it just was awkward. Now the more I started knitting with my socks, I got comfortable with it. But initially, the feel was just totally different.
Yeah. I was bound and determined. I was going to finish that shawl. I did it for my granddaughter, and she really loved it. So it was worth it. Now I got some more of those cakes. I want to do some more. It's on my list, but I get caught up trying to get stuff done, and now I'm in the bottle-long.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing because those were on my list. Yep.
Well, I am Michelle. Ooh.
This is the one she released July 1st. I'm doing it in red. Not that I'm a loud, proud personality. Okay. Oh, no. And I got a mega ball.
Oh, nice.
You're not going to believe this. I ordered a mega ball for the Ruana that I was going to do. And there's 1,300 yards in one of these. I don't
Wow.
have enough of one color to do the Ruana.
That happened to me with Sacred Space. I thought it would be enough, and it wasn't.
I'm like, oh. So I got to figure out what to do because I'm not seeing these mega ball, the exact ones on the site. So I might have to order 2 skeins of something or 2 big balls of something. So I don't have 2 of the same. The mega ball and the other one, they both look red, but the die lot's different. So it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing about dialogues.
Yeah. If you don't order enough at the time, you can fudge a die lot if you alternate, but with the Ruana, I don't want to do that. It's such a big project that I don't want to weave in all those ends. I'm lazy.
Nobody
I
wants to
hate
do
to
that.
weaving.
Okay, Dinah, I'm adding you to my shout out list for tomorrow. Let me get to my paper.
So,
And if,
Connie, hold on a
yeah,
second. So, I'm going to hijack for a second. For those of you who have not seen the temperature blanket video by Connie, check it out. She has got this model you would not believe, okay? You will be a fan of her model. And so make sure you put in the comments, way to go, Frank. Yes, Frank. He can model a temperature blanket. Give him a shout out on the video.
everyone loves Frank. Because before I started my channel, I would always post my finished projects in Facebook groups, and everyone fell in love with him. Because I always had him like modeling my finished projects.
He does good work. You got yourself a good model there.
You want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, Frank. All right. I'm fangirling now. Woo woo. Raise the roof,
Yeah, I
Frank.
told
Yeah.
you to do. For those that don't know, that's Frank. He's my husband. You'll see his pictures a lot in my videos, and every now and then he pops up in a video.
Sweet.
I think that's so cool.
But,
And I just love your cat news.
oh, thank you. Yeah, every now and then they pop up in a video too.
Yep.
But yeah, and for those that don't know, like when it comes to my temperature blanket, I show the progress each week on my Crochet Tuesday videos. So that's the go-to video to see the blanket. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question, and we'll all take turns answering. Are you more artistic or mathematical person? So we'll start with you, Julie. I think Julie froze on us.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you then, Michelle.
Okay. So it was mathematical, and what was the other one?
Artistic.
Well, I'm definitely not mathematical, so I guess I'm going to have to be the other.
I'm more mathematical. I always liked math.
I try. I mean, I liked the easier math, but once you get into the weird things, I was like, I can't do that.
Oops, we lost Julie.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, and I have an associate's degree in accounting technology from a technical college, but it's the sad thing is it's not accredited.
Yeah, same here. And I did it so many years ago, it doesn't even count anymore. So yeah, I would say definitely the artistic part. definitely.
Oh, Isla is here. Hi, Isla. How are you today? And what's everybody working on if y'all haven't answered already? And let's see. Julie, Lisa, Tracy, they're autistic. Dinus is autistic too. Tracy says math is scary for her. And Tiffany says math for sure. She's an accountant. And Tiffany's one of my good friends. Me and Tiffany go way back years ago. Lori says autistic. Laura Lee says I'm probably more mathematical. And Dinah says mathematics. And Teensy says when they went to math from arithmetic, they forgot me. So autistic I am. Actually, I skipped eighth grade math.
Wow.
I went from seventh because when you took honors math, that's how they did it whenever in my area when I went to school. So you went from seventh grade math to algebra one. And most people typically took algebra one in the ninth grade. And and then our class was harder than like the regular algebra. It was harder. So I was actually glad when I got out of honors and I went into the regular class. It was a lot easier.
Well, then they started messing with math and making it all dumb.
And I don't know if they made a mistake because I was in honors and then all of a sudden one year they stuck me in the regular class and I found like because I found the honors class was too fast for me. But once I got into the regular class, I was happy. And when I transferred high schools, the teacher was like, you should be in the honors class. And I'm like, no, no, no. My grade's going to go down. Oh, you got to go, Isla. I hope you have a good night. And Chris is here. Hi, Chris. How are you? Oh, yes. And happy birthday to your son, Isla. And Barbara says, both love math at school. I try my hand at all types of art. Awesome. I wish I was autistic, but I can't draw a straight line to save my life.
I can't anymore. I could in high school, not anymore.
And Isabel says, "Oh, I was watching DIY creations. Talk. They were talk. I guess talking about making a top. It looked to me like filet crochet. I swatched a filet crochet piece with a heart in it. Math was fun on it. Oh, okay, I think she's going to be right back. So I don't think she actually left us. Oh, Crystal wasn't feeling well today. She messaged me earlier today saying that she didn't know if she was going to make it or not, depending on how she felt. And she didn't show up, so I'm presuming she's still not feeling good. So I hope she starts feeling better soon. And let's see. Laura Lee says, I don't do math, but I like structure and work in squares, triangles, circles when I design. Awesome. It's like you do use math and crochet and knitting. So Casey says we had arithmetic till eighth grade. Then in middle of year we switched to math. Yeah. Uh, I'll let her know that y'all all said that y'all all hope she starts to feel better. But yeah, I figure she's probably resting right now. She said her stomach was bugging her. But we're probably gonna okay, we're gonna go about 20 more minutes tonight. Gonna just you know go to the hour more. I have about 3.5 hours left on StreamYard until I reset on the 13th. And after today, I have two more lives to do. So
Yikes.
I'm going to have to keep my lives at about an hour until I reset. I usually like to do an hour and a half, but
Got to do what you got to do.
and it's like you need like about 5 more StreamYard hours to be perfect.
Right.
But I'm not going to pay $20 a month. I
No.
think that's what it is for just
That's why I
five.
only do one a week.
I'm like, that's too expensive.
I'm with you.
Bye, Lori. How are you doing? Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied. Bye, Lori. I hope you have a good night. And let's see. Okay, Julie's back. Yay! Your router went down off. But okay, we're going to go ahead and ask the next question. What was your favorite book as a child? So, what's your answer, Michelle?
What was that? I'm sorry. I
What
was
was your
reading.
favorite book as a child?
What was my what?
Favorite book?
My favorite book. The Little House on the Prairie series.
Oh, yeah, those were good. You had any other favorite books?
Judy Blume.
Yeah, I loved her.
Yeah, I read a lot as a kid. I
Yeah,
was the nerdy kid that sat in their bedroom in the summer and read on my bed.
I read a lot as a kid too. I like the Judy Blume, like you said, Beverly Cleary. They don't want to come out. Also, I used to love the Babysitters Club books. I was like obsessed with those books. I really love those books. Oh, there's Julie again. Hi, Julie. So, what was your favorite book as a kid?
I was hooked on the Louis L'Amour Western series.
I'm
Hmm.
not familiar with that one.
Yeah, Louis L'Amour was a Western author. I really loved the Westerns, John Wayne movies. My dad kind of influenced me on that one. I did like the Little House series. And then there was Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. Was that it? Those
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
groups? Yeah. My sisters read those. I would read anything when I was young. I grew up on a farm. So it's not like being in the city where you ride the bike next door or across the street or, you have a lot of people you can socialize with. So every summer as a kid, a Saturday morning, the bookmobile would go into Camp Douglas. And that was a town of about 300. The line to be wrapped around down the street and around the corner for the bookmobile. So reading was really a big thing when I was growing up.
It's
I
So
awesome.
I'd
remember,
read most anything I get my hands on.
I remember the bookmobile. Hi,
Yeah.
Karen. How are you today? And let's see, Well, you said Louis L'Amour. Okay, that was before you came up.
Yeah.
Okay, Tracy says A Wrinkle in Time. Laura Lee says a red fern grows. I'm getting tongue tied. That was actually the first movie I saw. My very, very first movie. And let's see. Teensy says, in third grade, I found To Kill a Mockingbird, and it's still my favorite. Then
Oh, wow.
Trixie Bellwyn, Foxy Twins, and Nancy Drew.
It had been a while. I wasn't sure if that was Nancy Drew or not, but yeah, yeah. Now I
Lisa,
read all the Dr. Seuss books, Lisa, when my son Justin was born. After he was born, he started getting older, and I introduced him to reading, and it all started out on the Dr. Seuss books. When my son was in college, um, he would cram, not healthy, but he would cram for his midterms or finals, and he would spend days hitting the books. He would take his tests, and to kick back and relax, he'd pick up a book and start reading. That's how you know. That's how you know. Yep.
Yeah. Lisa says the Dr. Seuss books, and she read a lot of science fiction books. And Tiffany says the Babysitter's Club. Great minds think alike, Tiffany. Amelia
Laura Lee, my dad and I had the extensive collection of Louis L'Amour. Whatever was published, we had it. So, we had a lot of books.
Oh, hi, Cynthia. How are you today? And let us know what you're currently working on, everyone, if y'all haven't already told us. And Amelia says the Five Chinese Brothers. Never heard of that one.
No, I hadn't.
I remember the Bernstein Bears was one that I used to love as a kid. And TC says, I still read. You can go anywhere, do anything, be anyone when you read. That's a good point.
Yep. Oh, Lisa, I'm 57 as well. I turned 57 in June.
So does anyone know about the Francis books? I'm not familiar with them.
Hmm.
And Laura Lee also liked Nancy Drew on top of Louis L'Amour. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, the V.C. Andrews.
Yes,
book.
I love them.
And did y'all watch the recent movies on Lifetime? The one about the movie series? Those were good. I really liked that. And then there was also the one, what was her name? I want to say like Heather Feather. I can't think of it. But she went to live with her grandparents, and her step grandfather actually was her father.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it was called.
I can't think of her name. And then
I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
she actually had her child was from her uncle. I don't know, they had a lot of that in the V.C. Andrews books. And then Lisa says also the J.R.R. Tolkien books. Oh, Marquita's here. Hi, Marquita. How are you tonight? And her eldest daughter likes Trixie Belden. And Cynthia's currently doing the bot-along. Yeah, I'm not, once I finish my ocean blanket, I'm gonna start working on doing a poncho for the bot-along. But I probably won't get that many bod patterns done because I still have there's a peppermint blanket that I want to make before the end of the year. So I'm trying to get all my project goals done before the end of the year.
I find that most of the people I know that are doing the bot-along are either doing like one large project, or they're doing a series of little ones like the cowls and the hats, or they're picking one project. And I don't know anyone that has not got several projects up and running. So perfectly understandable. But Connie, I'm going to interrupt you again. I'm really good at that. I watched your video. Not that I'm stalking Connie. I am, but don't tell Connie. Don't tell Connie I'm stalking her. I seen the video where she did the appliques for your seashore Afghan. Is that what it's called?
My ocean sea turtle blanket.
Okay. Yeah, ocean sea turtle blanket. They're beautiful. Wow, I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. So if you haven't seen that, check those out. I never thought of the crochet, the appliques, and all that. I hadn't thought about it.
See, I stumbled across some of those on Etsy. So I purchased 3 pack, like packets that had to do with like sea animals or scenery. And then someone in my comments, I can't remember who it was, they had mentioned about, I think the channel is Carrie's Crochet, had some videos for some sea animals. So those are the ones that like I still have left to do. I have the whale, no, I'm sorry, the shark. I always want to call the whale, the shark a whale. But I have the shark left that I started a little on, and then I have a walrus. And then there'll be some one time. And I hope I can get it finished by the end of next week. I hope.
That'll be awesome. I can't wait to see that video. Not that I'm stalking Connie, but don't tell Connie. Don't want her to freak out.
Daniel from the Paw Fly guys say that he says that Crystal from Bago Day stalks him.
Oh, she's very open about stalking. Yes.
Yeah,
and I don't blame her.
She came up on, oh my gosh, whose live was it? And she's like, she came up with the title. You know how you have your little name or whatever. She came up Daniel Stalker or something like that instead of Crystal Bud.
Yeah, because we were joking about it Monday in my live. And he was like, don't be surprised if she pops up because she's been stalking me. And then he went to bed and he got off and she ended up popping up.
Wow.
And I mean, it was a shock the first time she popped up on my Saturday's live. But then when she did it again and so soon, it was like, oh, wow.
I'm on Crystal's side as far as stalking Daniel. I think it's a great idea. She has my full support. Not that she needs it, but I'm on Crystal's side. Stalk away.
Let's see. Okay. So Tracy's saying that she was a bear and the illustrations were all pencil drawings, almost all in black and white. I'm not familiar with that one, Tracy. Cynthia just found YouTube last year. And actually, like I knew about tutorials being on YouTube for like patterns and stuff, but I didn't realize that there was a Yarny community till like where everyone shows like their finished projects and stuff until the end of last year. That's when I first found out.
Wow.
And then a few months later, that's when I decided to start my channel. So, like, I mean, I'm pretty new to the Yarny community.
But you've really had a big splash, a big impact, Connie.
Oh, thank you. I try to do what I can to help others learn and help people, like, motivate and encourage people.
Well, that's awesome. I think you do a good job.
Thank you. And I try to encourage people to learn how to knit. I think there needs to be more knitters in the world.
Now, Connie, just so you know, that is the very reason that Madonna Ballard does not stalk you, okay? I'm just letting you know this is fact, okay? She will not stalk you if you're going to use the K word.
She doesn't like knitting.
No.
Oh.
She doesn't, well, not necessarily that. She doesn't like the snobbery of the knitting. Because she said that. She even said that in one of her videos. She goes, I don't mind knit, but it's the snobbery that comes with it that she didn't care.
And I did notice that because, like, anytime that I used acrylic yarn and someone would ask me, and really I mostly use acrylic yarn in knitting. And, like, people would ask me what type of yarn, and the moment that, like, I said it was acrylic, you could, there was that snobbery. And it's like, yes, the fancy yarns are beautiful, but they're also very expensive. And not everyone can afford it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like when people do the yarn snob thing. I don't. It's, and I noticed when I learned how to crochet, it seemed like everyone pretty much was using acrylic. I didn't sense that yarn snobbery with crochet like you do with knitting. But
Yeah.
I I use I use whatever yarn.
Same here.
Now, my mom, she did a lot of knitting, but she was not, snobbish about it. But some of her friends, it would be going to bingo, and they'd be sitting there, and they actually had their own little group. And if you showed up and my mom had knitting needles, and she was going to knit, and they just gave her a look, and she's like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, red heart. So you don't really knit?" And she's like, "Ooh, wait a minute here, okay." No, they were very cliquish, and it's like, alrighty then, you're on your own. But yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
like that either. I don't
I
like yarn snobbery.
okay. So we're 55 minutes in, so I'm gonna start wrapping things up.
Okay, let
So
me hop in the basement and say my goodbyes and everything else, and you can rappa.
Same here.
All right. Thank you, Connie, for letting me up here
Thank you
and
for having
popping
me.
off, mouthing off, showing off, whatever. And I fangirl you, Connie. Woo, I'll keep
oh,
stalking you. Okay. And make sure you do a little fangirly for Frank. Get that in there for me, okay? Or I'm going to be heartbroken. I'll be heartbroken if you don't fangirl him. All right, everybody, have a great night. Happy hooking, okay? And see you
We'll see
thanks
you
later.
for
in the YouTube streets.
Yep, bye
thanks for
bye.
coming up on the
Bye. I'm gonna
panel.
jump down too, so you can say bye.
And thanks Michelle and Julie for coming up on the panel tonight. So basically, let's see. Thursday's my tomorrow is my shout out video. So make sure y'all tune in to see who I'll shout out, and I hope y'all check these channels out. And Friday will be my Knitting Friday video, and hopefully I have my shawl finished. Sophie doesn't seem to want to let me knit too much the last, today and yesterday. So hopefully I can get it done. And Saturday I go live again at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope y'all can make that live. Oh, hey, Granny D, I'm wrapping things up. But anyway, Kelly from KO Crafts by Kelly, she's supposed to be my guest star. And I sent her an email Saturday to remind her because we had scheduled it kind of in advance. And I haven't heard back from her yet. So hopefully she'll be here Saturday. Um, but but other than that, if y'all haven't checked out, I have my patriotic scarf giveaway going on. And there's at least 5 chances to win that pattern. So make sure y'all check it out. And I think that's everything. And if y'all don't know, I did a tutorial today. I have a couple more things, sorry. I did a tutorial today on how to read a graph, like when you're working on a hat. And also, I also did chapter 2 today of the circular staircase. So if y'all haven't checked out those videos on that book yet, check them out. So I hope everyone has a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light and bye.